For the CircuitPython Parsec today, we have the continuing saga of Space Invaders. I've got my feather and a little sharp memory display here. I have a little Nintendo NES controller plugged in. Now I have upgraded the one enemy to the 55 enemies, set of 11 columns and 5 rows. And now when I shoot enemies, we've got individual ones blowing up here. You can see there's a little explosion animation that runs for a frame or two and then moves on. We've progressed from having the one enemy to having the big group of them. So if you take a look at this in CircuitPython, not too much has changed. We're still using the same display I/O and frame buffer I/O to draw to the screen, vector I/O for some of those shapes, creating a display shape rectangle for an individual enemy, line for the explosions, importing the sharp display. And then when I get to enemy creation time, I've got some variables here I'm starting with. So this big block here, alien grid properties. We have the width of one alien, the little rectangles. So I've got the width and height of an enemy, pretty typical ratio, proportion for a Space Invader alien. Number of columns, number of rows, the spacing between them on X and Y. I think I'll increase this on Y. I think they have a little more of a gap between them vertically. How many steps they move, how many pixels they move each time they chunk to the side. The direction they're going, either left to right or right to left, which is a state switch that flips. Then the amount that they drop down, 12 pixels they're dropping down when they reach an edge. And then I have an alien move timer that keeps track of how long they move, sit still, and the move delay is part of that as well. Then I have a starting position for the top left alien, and then everything else is built off of that. So we get this one 18 by 13 rectangle in the upper left corner, just spaced out a little bit from the top. And then I do this. I create this dictionary, essentially, that has a loop for every row and every column. We go through and we set a proper start position for each of them. So that's a little dot in the upper left corner, basically, that we keep track of. And then we build a rectangle. So rectangle at that whatever position it is, the standard width and height that I've set, and then we fill it with black from the palette. We append that to the alien rectangle group into the screen group, and then we have a little print statement here that shows me they've gotten created. Then the rest of this is just projectile explosion, function for create explosion, clear explosion. Now we have a function for count alive aliens. We're just keeping track of how many of them are there. I'm not sure if I'll need this in the end, but right now we're using that maybe for things like points when we start tallying up scores. And then in the main loop, we're still doing the same control pad checking to see if I'm moving left and right. The ship movement, and then checking buttons to see if it's time to fire off a projectile or not. Then when we do create a projectile, we can check for a collision, and now we're checking on all of them. Now this is something I might also tighten up so that we only have to check a certain set of them, but right now we're just checking to see if we have if we're within the left, right boundary and bottom boundary of any of those alien rectiles. So we just run through that full list of them. If one is hit, then we create that alien explosion right at that spot there, get rid of the projectile, and then reduce that alive count. Then let me see, the movement timer you can see here, same sort of thing as before. We check to see, is it time to move? But now, instead of just moving one, we wrap through the full list of every remaining alien. I am pulling those from the list when one gets destroyed, so it ostensibly gets faster as we go. And then we have this, instead of just checking for one box getting to the edge of the screen or not, we're checking to see if the rightmost one or the leftmost one has hit the edge. And so that is how you can turn one alien enemy into a big group of them inside of CircuitPython in our Space Invaders game. And that is your CircuitPython Parsec.